Hello, and welcome back to this edition of Energy Independence Magazine. I'm Sean Reynolds, and today we're joined by Thomas Ispas, president of Daniels Electrical Construction Company. Daniels Electrical specializes in public works, schools, design and build electrical contracting, electrical installation and service, and sustainable and solar technologies. As a member of the National Electrical Contractors Association, they provide quality workmanship by using union-skilled electricians. They believe it is the key to doing the job right. Trusted by clients who insist on quality work, they are centrally located in the growing Inland Empire of Southern California. Welcome, Tom.
Hey, glad to be here.
Tell us a little bit about your company.
Well, we've been in business for 40 years. In fact, this is our anniversary this week. We do a lot of public works projects, commercial projects, being new construction and remodel work, and we also do solar work. We've worked Colton Unified District. We just finished a 250,000 square foot high school there. We're currently working down at Desert Sands Unified, La Quinta High School there. We're providing 4 new buildings. One's a culinary building, new gymnasium, new 2-story classroom, and we do a lot of work at junior colleges also.
Now, can you be more specific on what you do exactly on the schools?
Well, for instance, the one down in La Quinta, it's 4 buildings. It's a culinary building. They're going to have instructions for their students there in cooking and so forth. New gymnasium, new 2-story science building. Pretty much bringing new power in, new lighting, new communication systems, data, and a lot of the low voltage.
Of these projects that you're working on, can you tell us if you're using green technology on any of them?
Currently, we're using advanced lighting controls on the various sites that we're doing. As far as the new technology, LEDs, that's slowly coming into the scope of work. I think it's probably going to be a year as they reduce the cost of the LEDs, light fixtures. That would become more prevalent in the specifications.
Now, you alluded to the cost and what is hampering some of these technologies. Can you elaborate on that a little bit?
Well, basically, a lot of these institutions look for the cost of what the initial cost is to provide the new technology. Sometimes they look at the initial payback period, and a lot of times the payback period is not 5 years. It's more of a longer period of time. Institutions are using some form of energy savings. For instance, HVAC control, they're using green materials, they're doing commissioning to test their system so they could be more productive. They haven't jumped into the LEDs yet. I've only known of a couple places that are using LED lighting at this time.
Do you think that these institutions would benefit from government subsidies or incentives? Has this worked in the past?
I think the governments, as they're providing the new construction or remodel work, as they emphasize to their architect and engineers that they want to design around these LEDs or around energy efficient equipment. Once they get those things specified, it locks the bidders in, the contractors in to use this type of equipment, which would benefit the cities, municipalities, public works for the long period of time.
As a member of the National Electrical Contractors Association, you work closely with the IBEW.
Yes, we've been a union member for 40 years now. We feel that the members there are very well trained, they work hard, they're productive, and they take pride in their work.
And you feel this benefits your clients?
In the long haul, it definitely benefits the clients because of the pride that these members take in doing these installations. We get repeat business back from those clients because of the work they do.
You say these technicians are well trained. Can you tell me what programs they come out of, and are there other programs that should be instituted?
Well, there's multiple programs. Number one, there's an apprenticeship program that's for 5 years that trains new electricians. We also train our electricians in the new technologies. If there's new lighting fixtures, new lighting controls, we personally, Daniels Electric, trains our employees for those new systems. We think it's important not only for our guys in the field, our employees at the office, that they're trained on the new technology, the new software and the computer systems, because that helps us to be more productive in our daily business.
Tom, can you tell us about any solar projects you've worked on using new solar technology?
Yes, we worked on, for instance, one in Temecula where we installed close to over 2,000 panels for the irrigation control district down there. And they're using that not only to provide electricity for their facility there, but also to sell it back through the utilities. We've also done tracker units, which are units that go with the sun. As the sun shifts from east to west, these units track the sun so they maximize the efficiency of the solar panels.
In your opinion, which segment of the economy has the most potential for green growth, residential or business?
I think both have an effect on the economy. Residential on a smaller scale, but you still would have solar, lighting controls in your house, light bulbs. On a business scale, it's the economics because you have bigger facilities. There you have more roof space for the solar panels, you have more office space, so lighting control becomes a bigger part of it. Some of the things we haven't talked about, you have HVAC efficiencies too on these office buildings and because of the square footage. So that's a huge impact also.
Tom, do you think we need the government to legislate some of this to promote green technologies?
I think when you start involving the government, it becomes a two-sided coin. I think it's important that we move forward in green technology and promote it so that it's used on new construction now and remodel work. However, I think there's also consequences of forcing people to do something they don't want to do.
We had Councilman John Harrison in here last week from Redlands. He was telling us that he felt the need to put in more charging stations for electric cars in municipal buildings and large businesses, shopping centers. Have you done any work with these charging stations?
We have installed these charging stations, and I think eventually as more vehicles are sold, you're going to need more and more. And it's the old saying, you have the chicken before the egg or the egg before the chicken. I think as we're doing these new buildings, I think we should put the infrastructure in up front. I think it's important. I think that's the way the economy is going, and that's the way people are looking, is for more green vehicles.
And Tom, what are your goals for the future? What are the goals for Daniels Electric?
Pretty much our goals are pretty steady. Continuing to educate our employees so that we could be on top of the new technologies. Also pretty much to continue our steady growth in electrical contracting.
Thank you, Tom, for taking the time being with us today.
Hey, I appreciate the opportunity you've given me, Sean. Thank you.
As a member of the National Electrical Contractors Association, Daniels Electric believes that people matter, their clients and employees, and those people who live and work in the projects they build. They say that with the right clients, dreams develop into projects. With the right employees, projects take on pride of ownership. And with a skilled workforce and an eye on teamwork, a sustainable future can be built. Energy consumption is the highest operating cost for building utilities. The past decade has shown Daniels to be a leader in the community in developing and supporting the transition to a sustainable environment. By implementing building practices that reduce the impacts of waste and transportation, they have increased efficiency through the use of energy management controls, lighting systems, and green technology. I'm Sean Reynolds, and I want to thank you for watching this edition of Energy Independence Magazine.